Michelle Waterson is kind enough to squeeze us in her busy Hollywood media day right now to talk to us on the phone. She is there standing by, so let's go to the phones right now. Michelle, are you there?
I'm here.
Such a big superstar all over Hollywood, staying in fancy hotels. I'm shocked that you have some time for us little people back here in New York.
Oh, yeah, right. You always made time for me, and I'm not any bigger than I was before. I'm actually...
All right, fair enough. Certainly not physically, but I understand what you're saying. Can I ask you, Michelle, it is rare, at least last couple years in your career. I mean, you go back to 2014, the last time this happened, where you've had this quick of a turnaround. You fought in December, you come back in April. What does it feel like? Do you like this sort of thing, or does your body prefer a little more time off?
I feel great. My fight with Paige was a quick fight. We had a great camp. There were no injuries during the camp. There were no injuries during the fight. And, I had time afterwards to enjoy my family. We did lots of traveling, but I continued to stay in the gym. I had other teammates getting ready for fights and stuff. And so I felt like I'd been able to, get a little rest in my brain, but then continue to get better physically and just grow off of the momentum that I had coming off of the victory with Paige.
This has been almost, I think, at least from my perspective, a dizzying 4 months for you. You come out with this documentary, LeBron James's website. Then you go on Main Event on Fox and you beat Paige in her adopted hometown. And then all of a sudden, UFC is really behind you. Brooklyn, they're putting you out, your own media day. You don't even have a fight booked yet. And then they put you right back on Fox. Is this kind of all surreal, how all this is happening? Because let's not forget, when you were going into the Paige fight, it almost felt like they were trying to boost Paige up, having her fight in the Main Event in Sacramento. And then you ruined those plans rather quickly. And now let's just see where you are here. It's just unbelievable, the amount of attention you're getting. How do you feel about all of this?
It's all the same to me. I think that it's just something that you have to expect coming along with the territory, and it's just something that we knew that was probably going to happen. When I beat Paige, but it's whatever comes with the territory, and I'm excited. I think it's great. It's a very exciting time in my journey, and I'm just enjoying the moment, continuing to train and trying to figure out this new life of mine and how it all fits together.
Has that been challenging at times?
No, it's just the challenging part is trying to find the time for everything and making sure that my priorities are straight. Obviously, my fight is the number one priority outside of my family and taking care of my daughter. And so once all my training sessions are done and I have that off, already checked off my list of things to do, then everything comes secondary. And so as long as I keep it that way, then I have a clear conscience as far as knowing that I've done everything that I could to get ready for this fight. You've
been fighting professionally since 2007, so you just celebrated, if you will, your 10-year anniversary back in February in MMA. Is there a part of you that's thinking, where have you guys been all this time? I mean, you're no rookie. Why now are you paying so much attention to me?
No, I've come to the realization that everybody has their own journey, and this is my journey, and I'm grateful to have had the experience in the shadows, because it's made me into the fighter that I am today. Were you thinking, given how much interest they've shown in you, that you were going to get a title shot after the Paige win? There was some rumors of this, some talk. Of course, it didn't happen. You're now fighting Rose. But was that what you were hoping for? We had talked about it, and we were up for it if it happened. But I'm excited for whatever the UFC decides to give me. I think Rose is an excellent matchup coming off of the victory from Paige. Both of us fought Paige, and Rose is ranked higher than me. So if there's anybody that I need to fight in order to show the UFC that I'm ready for the title shot, I think Rose is a great opponent. Have you been told that if you win this fight, you will fight for the belt? No, but I'd like for that to happen. That's what you want? Yeah. Will you come out and say that on the mic? You know how people get excited about that, especially on Fox. Is that what your plan is? We'll see. I mean, you're saying it on this show. That's even bigger. This is bigger than Fox. You don't really have to say it again, but, sometimes for people that miss the show. Yeah, no, that's my goal. That is my goal for 2017, is to fight for the title.
Are you hoping Joanna is keeping the belt next month so that you fight her? Do you want her to be the one that you fight for the belt?
I would like to. I would like to be the first.
The first one to beat her in the UFC?
Yes.
Okay. And as far as Rose is concerned, she was very vocal right after your win over Paige. She wanted to fight you. How do you digest that? Like, are you the kind of person that says, "Oh, you wanted to fight me? Okay, let's go. Let me prove you wrong." Are you kind of does that sort of thing get under your skin? Are you flattered? How do you take that?
No, I don't think I am the type of person to take those things personally. I actually have a lot of respect for Rose, and out of all the girls in the division, she's probably one of my favorites. But, you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. We're all going to end up having to fight each other eventually. And it's refreshing just to hear my name come out of somebody's mouth, because it shows me that I'm on their radar. It shows me that they know that I'm climbing up the ranks and that I'm a threat. You
mentioned that Rose is one of your favorites. Given the push that you're getting, have you sensed some jealousy from your fellow strawweights?
I don't know. I guess I don't pay too much attention to all of that, because it's just energy that I don't have and time that I don't have to be paying attention to that stuff.
How, as far as like the stuff that's happened to you, Fashion Week, I see you, in New York and all this. What's the coolest thing that's happened to you since, you've become this big star?
There's just been so many great memories, really. Even just being able to headline that event in Sacramento and to hear of the huge success that it was, I was really taken back. But, I got to go to a Golden Globes party. I got to go to a Fashion Week party. I met Des Bryant in the VIP lounge. We hung out with his family at a Cowboys game. But probably my favorite moment since my fight with Paige was right after the fight, and we were in the back, and they were taking the post-fight pictures, and my husband told us that we got the performance of the night bonus, and that was a great feeling to me, just because it had been so long since I hadn't been able to earn any type of money for my family, that I went out there and I earned it for my family, and that we can kind of just take a sigh of relief and pay a bunch of stuff off and have some money to enjoy life for a little bit,
I remember talking to you on the Monday after that fight, and your pay had been disclosed, and everyone was very upset for you. Do you feel more comfortable now? Have they done right by you?
Yeah, the UFC has my back, and we're making it happen. So it's onward and upward from here.
Okay, so you have a new deal, right?
I believe so. I haven't signed anything yet, but I do believe I have a new deal.
Probably will sign it before this fight?
Yes.
You were also a very hot commodity after the fight. I know many managers were trying to get in touch with you, wanting to represent you. What was that experience like?
Yeah, it was strange, because kind of like you said, I've been fighting for 10 years. We've been trying to and get people to see how much I thought that I could be marketed, and that I was able to do these things, that I'm a mom, that I have a military family background, that I'm a female fighter. I've been doing martial arts for 20 years. All these things that we thought would be appealing, but all it took was this one win, and we knew that it had to be that way, and we just had to get it done. We just had to put the work in and get it done.
Do you feel like this one, like it's almost a sort of de facto title shot because there's all this attention on you, again on Fox, UFC behind you? Like, do you feel a little more pressure going into this one?
I probably could feel that there was pressure, but if I did, then it would just stifle my ability to perform. And so I'm just going into it like I do with every other fight. And like I said, I left no stone unturned when I trained for this fight. I do want to be the champion of the UFC, and champions prepare to win. And so that's what I've been doing.
For a while, we thought you'd be the main event in Kansas City, but that's obviously not the case. Were you disappointed when you didn't end up becoming the main event?
Yeah, 100%. I was looking forward to main eventing. A 5-round fight with Rose Namajunas seemed a lot more fun to me than a three round, but I'll take what I can get.
And do you know why they didn't keep you as the main event? Did you ask?
I don't know, but when there's a champion that's going to headline it, I'm not going to argue with them. Demetrius Johnson definitely deserves to take that
Fair enough.
that seat ahead of me.
Fair enough. Two last quick things. I remember talking to you a couple days after Holly won the belt, and you were dealing with the knee injury, and you were emotional for both her and yourself. And now it almost feels like, in a weird way, like now you're enjoying a lot of success and she isn't. How do you deal with that, as far as the reversal of roles, especially with someone who's so close to you, your friends? You've been through so much together. It's strange how much has happened in the span of a year for both of you.
I never really ever looked at it as a reversal of roles, I guess. To me, like, Holly's always been Holly, whether she's victorious or not. She's my friend before she's a fighter, before I'm a fan of hers. And I know that she looks at me the same way. When I see her in the gym every day, and she works just as hard, as a champ as she does as a contender. So that's all I look at it as, and I think that's what continues to make her better, and to make me better, and to make me inspired to push harder, is because whatever events unravel, we still continue to be the same people, and we do it because we love it and because we want to improve ourselves personally,
Mm-hmm. And last thing for you, Michelle, a couple of weeks ago, there was this famous clip that exploded everywhere of someone doing an interview for the BBC over in Korea, and their kids, bursted through the doors, and the wife comes in, and I don't know if you saw this interview, and it reminded me of the times I've interviewed you, and your daughter interrupted the interview. Did you see this clip? And as a mother, did you enjoy it? Did you find some kind of connection to it?
I didn't see the clip. I would love to see it.
Are you serious? You're the one person on earth that has not seen this clip. Are you serious? It has like millions of, maybe billions of views. Really?
Oh my gosh, you have to shoot it over. When I get into camp, I just, I kind of just do my own thing and just whatever I have time to do,
When the clip came out, and I'm not joking, this was on the New York Times. It was insane. So many people tweeted to me and said, "This is exactly what happens in your interviews with Michelle." I'd even put it out. As a mother, I know you will love it. So I will. I'm sure someone will send it to you now, or I'll text it to you after. But you have to take 30 seconds to watch this, because I'm sure you will relate to it.
Okay. Yes, I would love to.
All right.
I just think all of that stuff just brings things back to perspective. Like, like we are all still living our lives while we continue to pursue the things that we want,
sure,
in our dreams. So.
And as big as you get, your kids still don't care. They just want mommy or daddy, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Enjoy the ride, Michelle. Best of luck to you on Saturday. Can't wait for the fight. And again, I appreciate you squeezing us in this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, there she is, Michelle Waterson, Karate Hottie. Loved how sort of sure of herself she was there. She wanted the main event, was disappointed she didn't get the main event, wants the title shot after Rose. Our young Michelle is all grown up here. I like it.